Hello and welcome to the Impact Zone podcast. We're back again to talk more TNA wrestling shenanigans. And here I want to talk about the upcoming number one contenders battle royal for the world title. So I don't know where I missed this, and I didn't talk about it in the upcoming Genesis match guide or whatever preview, what have you. But yeah, they're doing this number one contendership gauntlet or battle royal, whatever, because they always used to call them gauntlets. So whatever, I'm used to them calling them gauntlets. So it's going to be most of the roster in this gauntlet. So obviously it's most of the top people. To me, like, again, like, you could say, let's bring in somebody like from WWE, mostly I would assume NXT, but like, I don't know, there's not that many people that I feel like are over there that I could feel like, oh yeah, that'd be a great pullover or whatever, that much. Like, maybe AJ, obviously, but like I'm still feeling like they wouldn't do that. And again, it wouldn't be like one of those things where, like, this has already been taped as well. That's the thing. Like, or at least I'm assuming has been. So the spoilers are probably out there, and now I'm wondering, should I look it up, guys? Should I look it up and find out who it was that won? Just so that we can get on the same page and start saying, okay, it was this person that won, whatever. So what are my thoughts on that? But the thing is, it's like, well, what are my thoughts in some ways? Because I think it's more about the surprise or the coolness factor or whatever else it is that it is going to be on that AMC debut. So it honestly doesn't really matter that much who it is. Like, maybe I don't know, it could be somebody really interesting in some ways that we could talk about, but I don't think that it would be, honestly, because that just doesn't make much sense to me. I feel like you're already done. Well, you're not done, but by the time that you get to that point, you're already pretty much done with the build between Santana and Kazarian. So I don't see the point in saying, hey, we're going to take the belt off Kazarian to put it on this other person, and then they're going to face Santana instead. Like, what? Like, or whatever. Or now it's going to be a triple threat or something else or whatever. You've got to pretty much, once you've kind of set a match and decided this is where we're going or this is what we're doing, you've pretty much got to keep on track with that. There's no point in saying, oh, we're going to deviate and we're going to put the belt on somebody else. Like, no, so obviously whoever's winning that battle royal, at least in my opinion, at least, like, even for now, like, even without knowing who it is or whatever else it is, like, obviously they're not winning. So the novelty will be in having somebody, maybe the hometown man or I don't know, but it's got to be like a top person, but it's still got to be a surprise in some ways. Maybe it's somebody from NXT, but like, who would be a big babyface that people want to see or something like that could come in and from NXT? Like, it feels like nearly everyone that's come in from NXT has been heel or has turned heel. So it's like, well, why would I dive my interest into that when it's like, oh yeah, cool. We're not, we're already like against them. They're mostly heels or whatever. So you've already got that going against you. Maybe it could be Jake something. I don't know. Like, they kind of had that relationship with him and Kaz, and it kind of hasn't really gone anywhere. So you could kind of do this to realign Jake and like do other things with him, or re-establish the relationship, or whatever else it is, or whatnot. I don't know. So, I don't know. I obviously don't know who it was. And I don't really want to look it up. But actually, if you guys tell me, hey, look it up in the comments after this video goes live, or when this video is live, I will come on with a special spoiler video for you guys who want to know who it is that won the Battle Royal. And then, like, obviously you guys can know who it is if you want to look it up. It's out there somewhere, I'm sure. But, yeah. Like, I don't think I want to be somewhat surprised, but the thing is, like, I'm not going to be all that surprised, because in the end of the day, like, again, it's just going to be somebody to lose to Kaz on the debut episode. So I feel like, that's that. So it'll be a cool little match, or it'll be a cool little moment, or whatever else it is for whoever it is, or whatnot. That's why it's got to be somebody like Macklin or somebody like that, or it's somebody that you've already kind of got a little bit of stock in. I don't know, maybe you could say it's Bear Bronson or somebody like that. I don't know. It's one of the new debuts. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know what's happening with Mass Warner. He's kind of been, like, all over the place of late. So, I don't know, and that's 2 heels, so I really don't see that. Yeah, I wouldn't... Okay, I'm going to look at the whole roster. I'm going to look at the whole roster right here, right now, because it's not going to be Santana. Could it be Leon? Oh, that could be somewhat more interesting. That could be somewhat more interesting, but I don't know. I'm gonna move on from that. I'm not gonna look at any heels, at all whatsoever. I'm not thinking Brian Myers. Cedric's already got something going for him. I don't think Daz would. I don't think Eddie would. Maybe Elijah, but he's like a long shot. He's been injured for a long time. Maybe Rich Swann, but that's a very small maybe, I think. I already said Jake something. JDC, just to be funny. I don't know. Again, just to be funny. Judas Icarus, I don't know. KC Navarro's still injured, so I don't know about that. Matt Cardona, just for shits and giggles. He's always ready. I guess, I know. But they did say that he's injured and he might be out of the NXT versus TNA match. So we're going to have to find somebody else to fill that slot, maybe. I don't see it being Moose. I think, like, if you're going to do Moose, you're going to do it later down the line, probably. Myron Reed, I don't know. It'd be weird if it was Santino. Very weird. Like I said, the hometown man, but that's more of a joke. Travis Williams, I don't know. Trey Miguel, that's somewhat interesting. Zachary Wentz is pretty interesting. But yeah, I don't really think, like I said, like, much of any of it. Like, I don't really see, and even, it doesn't matter who it is, realistically. Whoever it is not winning. So, it's more about the moment, and, like, maybe it's about the city, because they're already in Texas, or whatever I think it is. So, and maybe it's somebody from that area, you know? I don't know. I don't know many of the people that are in TNA that are, you know, would be from Texas. Did I say Cedric Alexander? I think I did. But yeah, I don't really see it with him, because he's already kind of got... Oh yeah, I did say that, sorry. I don't know. I'm losing the plot sometimes, forgetting things. So in my mind, it would be somebody potentially from NXT, but then again, it's like, again feels like, well, they're kind of, yeah, not fitting into the right spot, so I don't really see it as far as like babyface heel. So yeah, guys, anyway, let me know, do you want me to look up the spoilers and make a specific spoiler video discussing who won and whatnot? Because I don't really want to, and whatever, but they announced this on the show and whatnot, so I want to talk about it at least in my thoughts. So yeah, like, if it was somebody from NXT, okay, great. I don't care, but like it makes no sense, honestly, in some ways. If somehow they've pulled a coup and somebody who's not even in the company is going to face Kazarian on that like episode somehow while they're on a taping and that hasn't leaked out, it's like insane. Absolutely, totally insane. So there's no way, in my opinion, it's something so like massive as it's being AJ or whoever, somebody from the main roster, or maybe even somebody, whatever from that side of things. I think it'd be way bigger news or whatever. But yeah. Anyway, guys, hope you have enjoyed this one, and I hope you guys will join me again in another one.